already our second most winningest player as far as Battle of the Beehive goes. Anyway, it's Azhi Dahaki. And then the
Boing,
bottom
boing,
left,
boing.
we have our new challenger. Like we said, it could be a new king, or it could just be yet another new defeat. He is our yellow Protoss. It is xtre tonyG.
Boing, boing, boing.
Wah, 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 wah. And I also need to switch to this, which I haven't done since Battle of the Beehive 1, but there you guys go. Bottom left, it's Tony. Bottom right, it's Azhi. Yeah. So, while we kind of see these guys scout, Azhi's going for the counterclockwise. I wonder what xtre Tony's going to do. We're going to get comments, but I already fixed it. So, and we needed to message him as well. Fudge Packer Tom Cruise, we got to tell him, we didn't say, god damn it, about the cannons. If he's been watching it all today, he knows the rules, but if he just showed up to play, he won't know about the 5 in his base or 5 in the opponent's base. But tonyG's favorite StarCraft Brood War unit is the Queen, which is funny because he is playing Protoss. And he's from the US. Guess he does have... Did he have a Twitch? I don't think he did. He might. I'll check again in just a minute. So they both went the opposite way of scouting that they needed to. But Azhi is sending out the Zealot. So he will get a fast scout. It looks like he kind of knows where Tony is.
Looks like the path of divergence already happened, where it looks Tony went for a second Nexus, and Azhi is going for a 3 gateway build. Definitely, I think with the shorter rush distance, Azhi would have the advantage here, and that. Okay, I was gonna say that pylon position is a little worrisome, but
just slightly off. That's okay.
Yeah, and Tony's still looking for Azhi.
Yeah, he's gonna scout him last. Plus, if Tony read the rules too, it'll say 6 total, so at least he should know that. And he's not going for a cannon rush, so we probably won't run into that issue. Well, Tony's going to try to sneak some little Zedlots in, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, he's going to lose one now. But he might get a probe for his troubles. Oh no, Tony, what are you doing, man? He lost both, but he got a probe in. So he's going to see that the Azhi has got his cyber up and that he's banking gas. So, or is he going to try to keep it hidden? Oh my gosh. At this point, if I see him build more than 5 cannons, me and you are so tired, and we've already been through this rigmarole so many times today. Okay, he's just going for a scout. I thought he was going to go for hidden cannons. It's like, I'll just disqualify him. I'm getting trigger happy now. It's the complete opposite. So Azhi, interestingly, did go for Dragoons before the range upgrade. I wonder what the reason for that is. Maybe it's because he saw that his opponent went for the Nexus and didn't have gas, so he doesn't need range to be able to pick at the old Zedlots. That's what I would guess, anyway.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether you have the range or not, you can always just kite backwards. And Azhi being extremely aggressive with these mid gates, and looks like he's gonna try and go for the kill. tonyG does have equal number of gateways or more gateways, so he could threaten the Dragoon back and back and back. But with the advantage in tech as he has, he should be able to take these engagements.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think he saw, all right, there's a Nexus, there's no gas. I can build Dragoons. Dragoons can kite. Because even now, Tony is still up in supply, like 14-ish. But the supply doesn't really do much if you can't reach him, right? He almost pinched that one Dragoon. Not quite. And he just walks into all of Azhi's Zealots at the same time. He can start making Dragoons now, and he does have his Citadel of Adun. Let's just check over here. And we don't see any real tech coming out of Azhi, just more units. So,
I think at this point he needs to sort of stick with the Zealots and just sort of stall long enough until he can get the speed upgrade. I think it'd be great if he could put down a few more gateways so that eventually he can sort of offset how much he'll lose. But yeah,
Right.
Azzy just breathing down his neck right now, it's not letting it comfortable.
Yep.
Um,
So I bet you Zealot
Tempa
Legs has started,
Archives.
and he did something that I liked, which is he undid his rallies at his gateways, so that they didn't just rally into nothing, or like just rally into definitely something, but the enemy's army. This is a little wonky because he's got a lot of army just being just picked off, not for free, but very inefficiently. And just now he's down in supply. He was up in supply. Like you said is happening though. He is building. He is building more gateways, and I think he lost more than I thought he did with just that half or third of his army going up and just getting just obliterated. All right, so he's going to go for DTs, it looks like. I think that's a fine way to try to play this out. I think he needs to be careful. You were right earlier when you said it is going to take a while for him to break any of those Protoss buildings down, and Ozzy's seeing this. He's going to go for the observatory, so he will have an obs out momentarily. Dude, this is a lot of
Yeah,
pressure.
it's not looking good. With pretty much losing all of his zealots and no speed. There goes his speed, but he doesn't have that sort of 2 control groups, maybe 2.5 control groups of zealots, unfortunately. So, I still don't see these DTs driving him back, because worst case scenario, Azzy will just force the cannons, force the gateways to be rebuilt. So,
Yeah.
just even what he's doing right now, I think is plenty fine, and Azzy just also is buying time for the observers now.
Right. And so I think if these zealots do start helping, there is some hope for him to clear this, because they're doing more damage than I thought they would. But he really does need to be fairly precise, because not the Overlord, the Observer is on its way, and it is very menacing. I'm looking at it right now. It's terrifying. So yeah, this is pretty much perfect. Just keep kiting units. Don't lose as many Dragoons as possible, and then just in just a second you'll have detection. You'll be able to clean this up. So, oh man, I wish the Zealots attacked with these DTs, because they're going to get cleaned up right now. But
I think it was a good play to keep the zealots alive, because he's otherwise Azzy's just gonna kite and kill the zealots. You're basically just stalling until the zealots can sort of mass up and push this group back.
It's a good
So
point.
with this group, I think he could potentially just drive him back, but is Azzy building behind this? He is 2 more nexus, so even if he
Dang.
is pushing back, as long as he has map control, I think he should be perfectly fine.
One thing that Tony isn't necessarily utilizing is he can build a few more cannons in his base. He just has the 1. I know he needs units, but what would really be beneficial is building just a couple cannons, so that if he can see that observer at all, just to try to snipe it. It does look like it's a tug of war, and kind of a reverse tug of war, and one is definitely pushing harder than the other side. I think he's done it again, man. I think he's on top of the production. He's got his observers. Those DTs were sick, because they really did help him hold on for a long time, help him trade. But yeah, man, he's got a beat on just this tempo overwhelming your opponent play.
Yeah, I think so far, really, you're seeing sort of the power of macro, just not missing your macro cycles. What I like right now, tonyG is trying to do is build 2 Reavers at the back of his base. I think it's a little too late, even with the 2 Reavers. I can't imagine it taking out this 2.5 control groups of Dragoons, and as he is quite literally rallying his Dragoons into his base. So
Yeah.
yeah, just I think this is the end right here, but
They're
yeah,
stuck.
tonyG had the, oh man, yeah, I think tonyG had a great plan. Go for the Nexus first. Good game.
GG. Good
But
try.
yeah, even better played by Azzy.
Oh, for sure. For sure.